Alex.
Hey, how's it going?
It's Jan. It's going. I'm just calling to remind everyone that today is a very blessed day. It is the solstice. It is the longest day of the year and the shortest night. And my thought and what I intend to do, and I would encourage as many people that can do it in any way, is at the end of this day, which should be about 8:30, we all hold in our hearts the people who lack the blessing of light. This day has been celebrated all over the world for eons as the time of greatest light and blessedness. And I think we need to lend some energy to that. The sun shone on Stonehenge, that Gila stone, I think you say it. It happened again, as it's happened for many, 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 many years. So there is something very spiritual to all that's happening, I believe. And I think we're being called on to be spiritual.
There's a woman by the name of Suzanne Rosen something, and a viewer of the show sent me an MP3, a link to an MP3 of her as a guest on somebody's radio program, and she was talking about the sun. And she was coming from the metaphysical perspective that there's an influx of cosmic rays emanating from the sun, and it's something that's beyond our understanding. And she likened it, or was describing, electromagnetic energy.
Yes.
And when you think about it, a lot of scientists don't exactly know where electricity, for that matter, comes from. It's still an anomaly. We just know kind of how to harness it. So I was thinking about this on my long drive back up to Portland, and it seems that we're already engaging, even though it's a machine, even though it's not natural to some degree, a form of alchemy.
Yes.
And it's interesting to think about what else human beings with their bodies are capable of if we lived a different way. In terms of the wilderness and the footage here, I want to make something clear. I like where I live now. I like being around people. I have no desire to just run off into the wild. It's interesting, though, to just kind of shock your system and put yourself in a different physical environment away from electricity and toxic auras and the like, to let some things clear themselves up. But 3 days, my 72 hours, is just not enough. But there is something significant, I feel, about the sun. Whether it's the sun heating up or the cosmic rays, as Susan refers to them, it's interesting. Now, she was talking about a major influx of energy coming in, and in a way that a lot of people, even in the New Age metaphysical movement, weren't even predicting. Now, the thing about the energy is that she was saying, and it was like right on point, and she'd be a great guest, that the energy, or the light as you're referring to it, truly, if you think about it, that's coming in, is neutral. It's neutral energy. So when I'm talking about people becoming beasts and people becoming angels and simultaneously living alongside themselves, they're just dealing with this influx of energy and manifesting it in their own lives in different ways, whether they're balanced emotionally or imbalanced. So people that are really emotional have to be extra balanced during the times ahead just to survive. Because she put it exactly the way that I feel. And that is that those that aren't balanced, that can't deal with this new energy or all this insanity or chaos that we talk about in the physical world in this program, are going to go crazy, are going to have mental problems. And that's part of the change, whatever evolutionary stone that we may or may not be in. But I have to look at those things in light of the chaos that we can clearly see. Now, I don't know all the answers about 2012, but I do believe there's something significant about this era, either the end of time as we know it, or at the very minimum, this possibility, the beginning of a new era, whatever that is. But there's no denying we're in a change. All the change that I see in the physical world is total chaos. It's a total slave grid. What this consciousness movement, as some people are referring to it, the truth movement, the awakening, whatever, I'm very curious to see how it manifests. And I think a lot of it is going to be really important in dealing with the chaos that follows a collapse, not preventing a collapse or holding up this republic, which is dead, or really the nation, the United States of America, the corporation. We can't hold that up for much longer. And, you know, it's in vain really to point all our consciousness into just the political realm. It's much larger, and larger than I can explain. So it's a personal journey. This is all an individual journey, which is connected to a collective journey. It's fairly simple, really.
Right. And as usual, very well said.
Hey, thanks for your call. I appreciate it every time you call in.
Thank you, Alex. I'll be drumming out there, and I'll be holding people in my heart.
Thank you.